This is better news than the Orc Queen misplacing her thumbscrew. But enough delays. Let us begin. Your first riddle begins thus. The ravenous brute tore down my chartreuse gown, ripped out my silken hair by its roots, wrenched my children from me, and fed me to the hogs. Who am I? Bravo, bravo, bravissimo! An ear of corn indeed. Can you imagine a sheep in a chartreuse gown? A pumpkin with silken hair? The fantasies of a fool. Now, on to our second riddle, and this one's sure to stump you. I cannot lie, I cannot lay, but only lie. Who am I? You've done it again! I'm thrilled. I'm amazed. I'm liable to present the very last riddle. This one will blow you out of your stockings, so hold on tight. I've a neck as long as twice the width of a toad's tail, as many eyes as half the number of seasons per annum. I'm known to cause hurricanes in the Far East merely by taking off 2 minutes too late. Who am I? Ooh, very good, very good. The last person who tried to solve that riddle puffed away in a small impish huff, mumbling about space-time. But not you. You stuck it out until the very end, you crafty little so-and-so. So, what would you like to know? One thing we know for certain. This barrier doesn't belong here. The wizard Maradino knew as much when he started poking around here. He developed a spell to remove it, but his fancy was caught elsewhere before he bothered to implement it. Down the spell dropped, and up we scooped it. Unfortunately, we aren't quite human enough to get it to work. But you've proven yourself just the right sort of clever, sort of intrepid sort of person we'd love to entrust such a secret to. We thought you'd never ask. What would you like to know? Some call her the Guardian of Lucula, and by our estimations, she's more than earned the title. She's a healing witch, concerned mostly with the safety of the living souls, animals and plants alike, of this forest. And she's been here since even before our great-great-great-great-grandmother, Francisca Toadstool the 44th, can recall. We've long lodged adjacent to her little cabin, and she used to greet us with a "How do you do?" every morning. We do hope she's not entangled in anything unsavoury. What a shame it'd be if someone with a penchant for heavy-handed hoe-wielding moved in. Murder? That doesn't sound like her at all, no. Much more interested in patching things up than tearing them down, that one. Then again, it's hard to tell on what stalk a person truly stands until you've seen them at the end of their rope. Isn't that so? We suppose if someone held a sword to our caps, we'd fight them with every last spore we had. Somewhere in her cabin, as far as we know. The last we saw her, she and her apprentice Almina were rushing inside, whispering to one another. They seemed rather anxious. Perhaps they knew that those Immaculates were on their trail. A group of them followed some time after and erected the barrier around the cabin. We haven't seen the White Witch or Almina since.
To think of all
Please
the
don't leave us to
clothes
our
I
own
left
devices,
behind
your
in Hunter's
knightship.
Edge.
Heed our call
all the
for
jewels
assistance.
and trinkets. Oh, hell take the orcs.
How you are bleeding, Alfie! Oh, is there nothing I can do?
What was that?
I dressed
A
the
bandit?
wound, I would.
Oh.
But I'm
Oh,
afraid
no.
I'd make it worse.
It's nothing but a squirrel. Oh, God. Dear, oh, dear. My nerves are all shot.
It appears Maradino had some talent mixed in with all that hot air. The place seems to have been searched in a hurry. Lucky find! I've spotted something interesting. Chest full of hidden valuables, is it? Now, where'd I stash that pesky shovel?
It is spectacular. Do continue. Forswear the pitfalls of morality. Good. This purpose. So let us
I've heard that this Loic fellow is a clown compared to Mangoth. They say he guards the most important immaculate secret of all.
A beautiful cave. But who knows to what dark purpose the witch might have turned it.
Could the Immaculates have slaughtered so many beasts?
Walgraf spotted something.
I don't doubt it. But the question is, why?
Good thing those butchers didn't ever mind for rat's blood. They jumped into the lake before they even noticed us.
Walgraf nods in agreement. If there are sorcerers to kill, he's as game as ever.
This is the end! For you!
It's a terrible sight, isn't it, Source Hunter? Creatures of the earth, laid low so violently.
Either mushroom spores have addled my mind.
I wonder if they got the boar too. Oh, now I'll never find the witch's buried treasure.
What's this? I found something.
Who goes there? Show yourself and raise your sword in the goddess's name.
Fleet of foot! I'm invincible. Hits every time! your demise!
Speed things up.
vegetarian. You've killed the butchers. But you were too late to save the rest of them. Too late to save the Guardian, too. I am the last alive. Can it be? The Guardian would weep to see such bloodshed in her sanctuary. I'm Pringer, One of the many wounded creatures the Guardian rescued from the forest and brought here to heal. I thought we'd always be safe in her custody, but now I'm alone here. Oh, my fallen friends. You mean you don't know? Cloaked figures, evil ones, came for the Guardian. They moved quickly, too quickly for any of us to escape. I can still hear the Guardian calling for Almina to flee, just as the butchers grabbed her. After they had gotten rid of her, they came for us. For sport, you know? What fun. I watched as they slaughtered each of my friends in turn, laughing like lunatics as those gentle creatures tried to flee. The humans call her the White Witch, but our name for her suits her far better. The mushrooms and herbs she grows here are imbued with her magic, and these she uses to brew potent medicines. How anyone could hurt her, it's unimaginable. Well, I haven't seen any such thing with my eyes, but I guarantee I could sniff it out with my nose. We boars are prized for our olfactory acumen, you know. I'll gladly put my snout to work if you'll use what you find to fight the monsters. As you please, Source Hunter, but do let me know when you're ready to go. The Guardian created this place, a sanctuary for any who seek its shelter. Not even these foul intruders, try as they might, can taint her goodness. One of the cloaked brutes pulled a terrible trick. Waded knee-deep into our lake and spoke a strange spell. Then the intruders dragged the Guardian into the water, and a lot of them simply vanished. Where they took her, a humble boar can hardly speculate. My only comfort is that Almina jumped in after them. Perhaps she's watching over the Guardian even now.